What up, YouTube? It's your boy Ricky Rick, and your boy Ricky Rick is back with another Ricky Talk, and today is February 25th, 2024. In case you didn't know, now you know. And today I want to talk to you guys about one of the hottest shows on Netflix right now, streaming right now. Episodes 1 through 9 are now streaming on Netflix right now, with episode 10 and 11 dropping February 28th, the finale dropping on March 6th, and the reunion episode dropping on March 13th. Now, for me personally, I haven't seen this show since season 1 because I wanted to see what the show was about. Now, for some reason, I decided it was time to revisit this show, and I'm glad that I did because I'm in love with what I'm watching. I'm enjoying this season, and I'm here to talk about the pros and cons to every couple on this show. So I'm going to start off at the bottom at number 5 with Jimmy and Chelsea. Now, why did I put this couple on the bottom? I'll tell you why. And it has nothing to do with Jimmy, even though it probably should have something to do with Jimmy. Now, Jimmy started off as one of the favorite guys entering the pods. I think there was a lot of girls who were feeling Jimmy. His vibe seems like a super cool, chill dude. And Chelsea was the one that Jimmy decided to propose to, and everything seemed fine until they started to get to know each other and live together. And Chelsea started to become a little bit like not confident in her relationship, not confident in herself and what she had. She kind of became a little bit of a red flag for me and drew some concerns, just because, one, she doesn't really know how to handle criticism. 2, I feel like I agree. Jimmy was calling her on her past few days of living with her by calling her clingy. She was being a little clingy. And I know, like, when you're in a new relationship, all you want to do is talk to the one that you love. You want to see them. You want to be with them. And she was like, kind of like, hey, Jimmy, you haven't told me you love me. You haven't, like, hugged me. You haven't kissed me. And even though that does makes sense, like, sometimes you're gonna have some busy days, and Jimmy was like, I did tell you I love you, I did hug you, I did kiss you, I just can't do it all the time. And in the promo that we have for the upcoming episodes that we have left, Chelsea's kind of like throwing that at Jimmy's face that he had sex with another girl. Now, who is that other girl? We're talking about Jessica. Now, Jessica even said it herself. We all know Jessica's beautiful. She is tempting. Any guy who doesn't admit that is lying to you. So Jessica is a very beautiful woman. And she even said it. Like, if I came across Jimmy, because she's clearly still thinking about Jimmy from what we've seen in the last episode when she was talking to Laura, and we do see that they're going to have a sit down. So will that happen? Did they hook up? Or is Netflix and the teaser just playing with our minds by hinting that they did, but they don't? I just feel like out of all these couples, this is the least couple to say I do when it's time to say I do. The next one up is Jeremy and Laura, which is a couple that I do like. I like them together. I think they're like kind of perfect, like just by what I see, not how I see them together. Like Laura, we seen that she's kind of like funny, likes to joke around, likes to give Jeremy a hard time. Now, the con that we have here is that Sarah, I don't remember who Sarah is, but she was a girl that was talking to Jeremy in the pods, and she's kind of been like DMing him and letting him know, like, hey, if things don't work out with Laura, is there any chance that we can pick up where things left off? Now, fast forward 2 weeks later, looks like Jeremy went out with his boys, ended up meeting Sarah, having a conversation with Sarah, which took the whole night. He didn't come home till 5 in the morning, and Laura is pissed because he had the opportunity to shut this down when Sarah sent the message, and he just ended up liking it. He admits it himself. He acknowledged it, but he didn't respond like he was going to move forward, do something with it. Now, what's going to happen? I can see this couple making it, but I don't recall who Sarah is. And who knows, depending on their chemistry and her looks, I think there might be a chance that this relationship is also doomed. But I see them making it. Clay and AD. Clay and D is another couple. They're like right in the middle. Like they're almost perfect. I like them together. The only problem is Clay. AD has been giving me nothing but good vibes. But Clay, on the other hand, he's saying things like, I don't want to let you down. I'm thinking about cheating. Like the people who I look up to even cheated. And his work life, his personal life, looks like he's a hustler. He's working really hard to, have a successful company, whatever he does. And AD's like, I'm not seeing you anymore. Or I'm not seeing you as much as I would like to or want to. Is that going to be a problem? So as he saw what went down with Clay's family, his sister and his mom, they were defending him. And AD was just like, no, this is going to be a problem for me. And I'm glad that she stood up and said something. But will they make it? I think they will. I think Clay will overcome all that negative thoughts that he has, all that negative energy, and do the right thing. Speaking of doing the right thing, my church people, Kenneth and Brittany, Brittany's embracing the moment ever since they came back and started living together. What side of the bed you want, let me put my stuff in the shower. How do you want our home to look like? And Kenneth, ever since he's got his phone back, he's been checking his emails, checking his work, and he's just like tuned Brittany out. And that's not a good thing, because knowing that you went to a show called Love is Blind, hoping to find the one, and then you did find the one, you should have known when you came back home, things were not going to be the same. Like, you proposed to someone and you're planning a future with them, and ever since you came back home, you have not been thinking about those things. You've just been trying to go back to your old life. So I can see this relationship in trouble, and maybe it's one of those things that they're right for each other, but it's not the right time. So, and speaking of the right time, my favorite couple, Johnny and Amy, who seem totally perfect, almost 99.9%, seem right for each other. The only thing that they have that's a roadblock is they both don't want kids. Johnny's like worried about having an accident if they get intimate, and just one small slip up, can cause them having Johnny Jr. And Amy, on the other hand, she doesn't want to get birth control, which is nothing wrong with that. Girls have rights too, and she doesn't want to get birth control because she loves the fact that her body is good the way it is, so, but one of these two will have to step up to do the right thing. So, like, whether it's Johnny getting a vasectomy or Amy being on birth control, one of those two are gonna have to decide and make a sacrifice in the name of love. So yeah, those are the things that I have going on. As far as Jimmy and Chelsea, the pros and cons, I like the fact that they can fight and then they can make up. When they're being sweet and they're actually like paying attention to each other and telling each other that they love each other, they seem good. Jeremy and Laura, same thing. Like when they're not like bickering or fighting and they're being lovey-dovey, they seem good. Clay and AD, they also seem good when they're just embracing the moment and having a good time and everything being good vibes. Kenneth and Brittany, when they're connected and they're both on the same page, they seem like a good couple. And Johnny and Amy, out of all of them, seems to be having the most fun and enjoying each other's company and embracing this opportunity of Love is Blind. So those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. And I even asked myself the question, if I wasn't Love is Blind, could I find love if there was a wall where I couldn't see the person and just have simple conversations and getting to know someone like that? Is it possible to find love? And then I started thinking about, before we had smartphones and all this technology, people would just talk on the phone and talk for hours, and you would love talking to the person. There's people that like gave you like short answers, like, okay, later, bye. And there's people that you can talk to for hours on the phone. So I do believe in Love is Blind, and I do believe in this thing, and I do believe in this movement. So hopefully we get a great last couple episodes, a great finale, and hopefully a good positive reunion. So as always, it's your boy Ricky Rick. If I'm not making you laugh, not making you smile, not keeping you entertained, your boy Ricky Rick ain't doing his job, and you already know your boy Ricky Rick does his job. Until next time, guys, thank you for subscribing, thank you for supporting, thank you for liking, and I'll see you on the next one. Your boy Ricky Rick. I'm out.